Oh,
huh?
wow. What?
What?
This story is wild.
What is it?
Did he win I'm just seeing an article here that says Michigan lottery winner drowns with ticket still in his pocket.
No.
He didn't win. It wasn't the Powerball, but he had, wow, 45,000,
Oh shit.
and he drowned with the ticket in his wallet before he could cash it.
Wait, so did someone grab it and cash it?
I
'Cause, like, look, I'm going to hell for that, but you mean to tell me you wouldn't? Exactly.
he's not gonna. He can't cash
He
it.
can't. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
If he can't cash it, someone
might
as well.
Exactly.
You know.
We're going to hell.
Hey. Hello, and welcome back to the 30th episode of the Neon Lens podcast, the show that throws together music, movies, TV. We're back for our 30th episode. That's a milestone.
It really is. I was gonna say I didn't think we'd make it this far, but like, no. I always believed that we would, but just looking at it, I was like, damn, 30's a big ass number. That's 30 weeks, not straight, obviously, because
Right.
you know we've had our hiccups from time to time, but 30 weeks of doing this. That's more than half of you fuckers who start a podcast. So you know, come fuck with us. All
It
right?
definitely is. I mean,
We're
I
better
feel like
than you.
We are. It's something. It's like, hey, you know, that's a decent sized commitment we've already made here. Like,
Exactly.
we made it to 30. We got to make it to at least 50 at this point. You know?
Yeah, I know. I think we will. I think we're gonna make it.
I hope so.
I'm excited for season 2 as well. I think we're gonna have some fun stuff.
We're doing
next
seasons.
year.
We're gonna.
I don't think we're doing seasons. I'm just gonna continue counting them up. But like, I'll call next year season 2 because I think it'll be fun to call it season 2.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I feel like I mean, it's only so much fun. Like once you get to season 3, 4, 5, 6, it's not gonna be as fun anymore to be like it's a new season. Like, is it still gonna hit the same?
I think just like as long as we keep switching it up every year, like doing something, making it more interesting. We gotta throw some shit together.
New setup season 2.
Exactly. And the Needlies are coming up in 2 months ish. I can do math, right? That's 2 months. I don't know how many months are left in the year.
I actually had some ideas for categories. Fun. I've been writing down, so
we'll talk about that later because we need to stop talking logistical things on the actual podcast because then
I know we always do that.
Then they're just gonna know the formula.
Then everybody knows everything. But
exactly. But we're pretty transparent here, you know? We like to keep it real.
Yeah, maybe too transparent.
Look, hey, the people value transparency, all right?
That is true.
And look, we are transparent with our finances. We're not tax evading, all right?
And that's why we're talking about the lottery, which actually I just thought of a question for you. So say you win the lottery, say you win the Powerball, right?
Okay.
This one right now, 570 million.
500 million, fucking Christ. That's like 200 after taxes, but yeah.
Are you giving any of it to friends? And by friends, I mean to me specifically. Am I getting anything? I was gonna
say, he's just asking me for...
Am I getting $1 million?
I mean, I was gonna say I would probably buy you things. I don't know about necessarily giving.
So you're not
money
giving
directly.
Me the money myself.
I don't know because I feel weird about that. Wow. I feel weird about giving people money directly. I would rather use that because, like, look, here's the thing. I could give you.
You only get to have the things that I want for you.
No. Okay? I could. I feel like it's a better. It's the difference between a gift card and a gift. You know. I feel like it's a better gesture of the heart for me to actually buy you something. And look, I could give you $1 million, or I could buy you things that add up to $1 million. You know what I mean? I could buy you a Bugatti and some shit.
That's definitely true. I don't want a Bugatti. Let me just say that now. you do win a lot of money, please don't buy me a new car. That's the last thing I would want someone to spend money on.
I'm gonna fuck around and get you a Bugatti.
unless it's a Tesla. And no, we don't rock with Elon.
Dang, I was gonna say you're rocking with Elon over here.
No, but Teslas are really cool. You can't even lie.
Obviously.
They're pretty cool.
It's cool and they're self-driving. But like those are like super inexpensive.
They're so quiet.
Like I think
like legitimately it's wow.
I think for the self-driving one it's only like $50K, right?
I don't rock with self-driving anything.
You don't want self-driving? I think it's
Absolutely
I think it's
not.
nice.
I wouldn't trust it. I just simply wouldn't trust it at all.
Well, then straight up, it's just.
Also, I like driving, so
I like driving too. But like, I just think it would be cool. I would probably hardly ever use the self-driving, but like,
yeah, I mean, I'd maybe try it out at one point.
I don't know if your boy needs a nap on a road trip. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
A nap,
like a half asleep nap, like a nap where I'm alert enough that I can snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And then take control over the car again if I needed to.
I knew that was about to happen.
It had to
happen.
happen.
I knew you were about to do that.
It had to happen.
It didn't have to happen. But,
yes,
it's nice to know. It's nice. It's nice to know that there would at least be something, And I mean, also, I'm sure you would use a lot of it for the podcast too. So,
I mean, yeah, obviously. I would probably like just buy a housing space for us to just do it. Well, the podcast, by the way.
Yeah. I was like, I'm being housed now? Let's go.
Okay, no. I'm not. That's not your house.
Let's, hype house. We're just going to work.
Wait, shit. I mean, I could do the Flip TV hype house, honestly. Just put all my boys up, And
everybody just there creating. But honestly, I feel like that would get extremely chaotic and extremely unbearable.
I mean, it would. That's why I wouldn't live there. That's the thing is these people who live in these YouTuber and TikToker hype houses, that shit sounds awful. Why would you want to be surrounded by the people you work with all the time? And it's just like, it's insufferable. So that's why because it serves as like a studio recording space, but you don't live there. I wouldn't want to live there.
It's too hot.
It's too hot. You're giving up on the jacket?
I'm giving up on the jacket.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to grab the thumbnail from the first however many minutes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that way you have the jacket in the shot.
No, yeah, because it's one thing to live with your friends, but it's another thing to live with your friends that you also work with.
Yeah.
So then there's literally at no point are you separated from them. Because living with friends, it works differently for different people. I've had good experiences with it. I haven't had any experience that would make me not want to do it, but
I've never had to experience it, and I'm kind of glad.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it really just works differently for different people.
Yeah,
so I just never know.
My biggest thing is that I was so spoiled at never having to have a roommate that at this point I cannot possibly fathom getting a roommate. Like I've been thinking about it. I was like, fuck, I should probably get my own space at some point soon. And I'm just like, I don't want to live with anyone. I can't. Wow. I can't.
That's wild. I think just like knowing that literally from for 4 years I just lived with, I shared my space with other people in college. It's just like, yeah. I mean, it's just what has to be done now.
Hey, if you're trying to get an apartment, we could do it.
Hey, man, Needle Lens Studios.
Needle Lens Studio. We just wouldn't have a living room then.
That would be kind of sad.
Or how much is a 3-bedroom in this economy? I feel like that's not terribly out of the question because I've been looking at 2s.
Wow, this man, he's prepared. He's ready to go.
Well, no, I've always been planning on it too, because even if me and my girlfriend move in together, it's like okay, we have the bedroom and then we have the studio space because she needs her art supplies and shit like that, and I need my 8 computers and PS5 and Nintendo Switch and 24 cameras and the whole 9 yards. Like, it's gonna be a whole shebang.
I guess so. You need the whole extra room.
Which is why I would say, okay, if we were gonna move in together, 3-bedroom.
I see.
I'm not sharing a bedroom with you.
I mean, I hope not. Also, like you're in a relationship, so that would
bunk beds.
just be even
Bunk beds.
You know,
We'll step bros it up.
Bunk beds, very underrated. Very underrated. Maybe not for grown adults.
I mean, yeah,
but
it sounds terrible, but I think it's like because I've been watching this one guy on TikTok. I keep forgetting his but he talks a lot about like arranging your space in a way that's feng shui, right? And
so
like
he's just Marie Kondo.
I guess so.
Hmm.
But and like he talks about bunk beds too, and how like it's like elevates the space and like uses up less space. I think it's pretty dope if you're.
It does. It uses up less space. I had when I was younger, I had a bunk bed type thing in my room, and I didn't share my room with anyone. But I had a bunk bed, and it was the bottom was a futon, and
those are nice.
Like the top was my bed, and that was so nice. And whenever my family and I moved, and they're like, "You're not taking the bunk bed," I was gutted. I was gutted. I don't think the attachment I had. I also put like little Ben 10 stickers, like on the bunk bed that like wouldn't come off when we were ready to move because they'd been on there for so long. The bunk beds, super underrated, so amazing.
No,
at least when you're the only person in it. I can't speak on bunk bed with two people.
That sounds awful. But I do like those bunk bed spaces that are like bed and then like even if it's just like a desk underneath. Like I see those at IKEA all the time. Those so nice. Fire. Like if and when I have kids, that shit is going in there.
What you're going for?
Because like that's so cool. Like what? And cool. Like they can have a desk space and then still have their bed and then they just have like all the other space to do whatever the fuck they want with. I think that's so cool. 100%. Neil Lens endorses bunk style bed desk / bed futon combos.
There you have it.
Exactly.
And that's our intro. Because we talked way too long about that.
Hey, furniture is my other passion.
Hey, I mean, go for it, man.
It's actually
start designing.
Not my actually, you know what? Maybe I will. For a minute I was like, maybe I could do some interior design shit, but no.
Everybody thinks they're an interior designer, graphic designer. It's all
graphic design is my passion.
It's not.
It's really not. Have y'all seen these thumbnails? It's very obviously not my passion. I will say though, I hit that bitch out of the park with the Drake Certified Lover Boy one.
Oh gosh.
It's so good. It's scuffed as fuck, but it's so good.
It's pretty funny.
Exactly. I like to think I put some humor into those whenever I can.
For sure.
Maybe I will. I'm gonna change career paths now. Graphic design. Fuck all this film shit. All right. Graphic design.
I don't see it for you. But
you don't. Wow. He doesn't believe in me. He doesn't believe in me.
Not for graphic design. That's not where I think you can excel.
Damn.
You have other areas.
Try to be rude as fuck while sounding nice as fuck. That's how he's doing it.
You know, I feel like
I think you excel in other areas.
I would say you would be better off pursuing filmmaking than graphic design.
Damn. What would I be better off pursuing than filmmaking then?
I don't know. Maybe like I feel like you would be doing something like if you weren't doing filmmaking, it would probably be music related somehow. But maybe not like actual music creation, maybe more on like the I don't know.
He's just saying that I'm gonna basically just be Fantano.
No, not even Fantano. I wasn't gonna say that. I don't know. I was gonna say like I don't know.
Shit, maybe like I could be like DJ
marketing
Khaled.
or like repping people.
A&R.
Yeah.
I think I could do A&R. I think that sounds like a fun-ish job. You know?
Yeah.
Like you just get to go to like local shows and just discover people.
Exactly. Which I feel like would be right up your alley. Because you already listened to literally everything.
Not literally everything ever.
Almost everything ever.
Almost. Close enough.
At least this year.
This year, I went hard. I went hard as fuck. No, not you, Siri. Please leave me alone. Okay.
She got excited about that.
She was like, really?
What? Oh.
I don't even know what I said that remotely sounded like SIRI.
Who knows?
Exactly.
Who knows? But we did have a topic.
We actually do have a show today, by the way. In case you guys didn't figure that out yet, we do have a show that we are doing right now.
Yep.
Bing bong.
And I guess I know we said we were going to talk a little bit about this. I'm kind of hijacking. I don't know whatever order you wanted to do this in, but
are you not?
There is what?
I was going to say, are you not watching my screen share, sir?
You never tell me when you start the screen share.
Oh, I just always start it.
Well, this is actually what I was going to bring up. That
Boom.
They said that the search for a new James Bond will begin next year in 2022.
The year of our Lord, 2022. Exactly. So, 007 producer Barbara Broccoli has said that she will not begin thinking about who will replace Daniel Craig as the next James Bond until 2022. Speaking on BBC Radio 4's Today program, Broccoli joked that she was in denial about Craig leaving after his 5-film stint. We want Daniel to have his time of celebration. Next year, we'll start thinking about the future. Blah, blah, blah. You guys kind of get the gist, right? It's pretty self-explanatory as to what's going on. Daniel Craig is, saying his goodbye with, what is it? No Time to Die is the last one, right?
Yeah. No Time to Die.
So there's that one. And then, okay, they gotta keep the Bond franchise up. So who are they going to bring in next? And obviously, a couple of different names have entered the conversation, but they have stated that they're not even going to remotely think about it until next year. But that, my friends, does not stop us from thinking about it and who we want for James Bond. And
also, they say they're not going to start thinking about it till next year.
They're already thinking about it.
She's already thought about it. She's got some names in her head.
Exactly. She may not be hard thinking about it, but she's thinking.
There's something going up there.
There's something rolling around in the brain.
There's a lot of, there have been for the past however many years, because Daniel Craig has been wanting to get out of the Bond franchise for a minute, despite what he tries to now retcon. What he said. Now he's like, no, I've loved working on every single one of these movies. It's like, all right, buddy. All right.
No, I'm sorry. If you're in a franchise for so long, like how long has he been in as James Bond?
I think he's the longest. He's been the longest Bond.
Years?
He hasn't had the most movies, but been
longest running over
the longest
time.
Running. Yeah.
When you've been somewhat, obviously he's had time and other projects, but like when you're in a franchise like that, a lot of your time is relegated to working on those. James Bond is a little bit different than a lot of other franchises, but think the Marvel movies. A lot of Marvel actors don't get a ton of time to work on other stuff, especially in the earlier parts of the MCU. Now that the universe is so huge and there's so many movies that they have to work on, people have time to do whatever other shit that they want now.
Right.
But still, obviously, these big budget blockbuster movies take up a lot of these actors' time. So, at the end of the day, when you've been in a franchise for so long, you're going to want to get out kind of as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah. Unless you're just, and I think it also has to do with how, at least for Daniel Craig, I feel like it also has to do with how much he was feeling like he was being pushed creatively or kind of, I don't know, venturing out into new territory or doing things that still were fresh and interesting to him.
Right.
And I think he was just kind of didn't feel like there was necessarily anything new or exciting happening with these movies. It's for example, take Mission Impossible. If I were Tom Cruise and those movies were kind of not really upping themselves year after year, at some point you'd probably be I don't know, am I still just going to keep doing these same movie? But Mission Impossible, one of, if not the best action franchise of all time,
I mean, yeah.
is constantly outdoing itself. Constantly, like you think they can't do anymore, and then they do, and then it's better than the last one, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just don't know how they do it. But yeah, so it makes sense that he would want to hop off now. Everything comes to an end, and yeah, now we just have to think about who is going to be taking up the mantle next.
Exactly. And, there's been a couple names floating around. Obviously, the biggest one that has been talked about for the past like 2 or 3 years, even, is Idris Elba. The,
Right.
obviously the not favorite of a certain group of people, but personal favorite over here. I
You
will
love
say I've
Idris.
exactly love Idris and pretty much everything that he's done.
Right.
And I think he's completely par for the course. Like, just
Yeah, I think he would. And the thing is, I will say, I don't have any particular I'm not particularly attached to the James Bond movies.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. Aside
so,
from GoldenEye 007 on the N64, that's about it for me.
Oh, well, there you go. That's more than me.
That's
yeah,
such
I
a
don't
fun
really,
game, man. You gotta
but I
get on it.
think I'm sorry. I just got.
I was
an
gonna say
amazing-
he made shock face.
I just got an amazing notification about a vinyl that is now
Ooh.
shipped.
Let's go.
Yes, thank you, Loma Vista.
So it's the 3LP.
Yeah, it's the Denzel.
Let's
3LP.
go. Good for you.
Anyway,
Good for you.
yeah, no, I don't have any particular attachment to any of these movies. As from Daniel Craig movies, I've seen Skyfall, and I might have seen part of Spectre, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
Honestly,
don't really
yeah.
have anything. But were they to cast someone that I am interested in the role of James Bond, I would be there for every single movie. So if you cast Idris Elba, I'm gonna be there.
You're getting our butts in the seats. That's pretty much what it is.
And
From here, and we all know that movie studios specifically make movies to get needle in the lens in the seats. That's just how it is.
Exactly. Now another name I saw people throwing around was Dev Patel, which was an interesting choice.
Oh yeah.
But I would be for it. I love Dev Patel. The only thing is I'm worried, and I guess like you were saying, like the James Bond movies don't have so much of a hold on actors like something like the MCU might, to where they happen.
Yeah.
Like you're filming so frequently and often that you kind of have to do that. Because I mean, with the Bond movies, like they're kind of every 4 years or however long. So it's not even so bad. So I wouldn't be worried about any of these actors being tied into like some contract where they can't do any other movies.
Yeah.
Although it would definitely propel them into a different sort of tax bracket. So that means you might not get something like Dev Patel doing the Green Knight, maybe.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know how, like, if you're literally James Bond, like the James Bond, how many indie movies are you going to be doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It kind of it puts you above that sort of status, and like you're not really gonna be doing that sort of type of thing anymore necessarily.
Yeah. So I don't know about that. But another name people would throw out was Riz Ahmed, which was interesting as well. I don't know that I'm like I see him as a James Bond. I don't know. From what I've seen him in, I don't know if I get that vibe from him.
Yeah.
Like a very kind of serious sort of spy actor.
No, that's the thing. At the end of the day, there's like 3 things that you need in a James Bond, right?
Mm-hmm.
British, number 1.
That's a good one.
That's number 1. 2, it's gotta be smooth. All right,
smooth.
And 3 kind of goes in with 2. It's gotta be charismatic. That's like the thing. It's gotta be badass. We'll throw in 4, badass. That's fuck.
Yeah.
That's why
charismatic.
Yeah, charismatic and smooth kind of go together.
Suave,
but, Exactly. See, that's the word I was more looking for. But that's kind of your textbook James Bond, and that's why, like, personally, I'm a proponent of Idris Elba. But I did see this tweet the other day, kind of when this was coming out around, and this person at Blu-ray Angel on Twitter says that from these four, choose your next James Bond after Daniel Craig. You've got number 1, Idris Elba, front runner. Henry Cavill at number 2, Henry Golding at number 3, and Regé-Jean Page at number 4. Now, obviously, I've made the case for Idris Elba. And I'm not to throw shade at Henry Cavill as a person. Sure, he's fantastic, and he's cool in the things that he's in, but it just seems like a boring direction to take. If they were to go,
very boring direction to take.
It
is. Although I do think they will end up going with a white guy. I think it's going to be a white guy. What about, some people were saying Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy? No. No, God.
You're just shutting it down immediately.
Who is saying Tom Hardy? Another Tom, though. Some people are saying Tom Hiddleston. That's fine.
Tom Hiddleston, yeah.
That's fine.
He could do it. Tom Hardy,
but it would just be,
it
would just be Tom Hiddleston playing Loki as James Bond, I feel.
Oh, you think? No.
I don't know.
Tom Hiddleston's he's a better actor than just being able to only play
But I think that's all I would see,
Oh, you don't think you're able to see him as anything
I just
else
feel like
Loki?
that sort of charisma would just be very reflective of the Loki character too, That smooth talking, that silver tongue.
I don't know. I think he could differentiate it pretty well.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't have, like I said, I have no strong feelings about this. If they do happen to cast someone that I really like, then I will tap in.
Exactly.
But if it should, I'm just looking at this list right now of people. Someone said Richard Madden. I don't know if you know who that is. He's gonna be in Eternals though, and he's also from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
I could possibly get down with that. I could get down with that.
Dang, they're saying Robert Pattinson. What?
Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Bell.
I'm just scrolling through a couple more. Yeah, here we go. This is the one. Danny DeVito. Let's go.
There we go. Yeah.
Here you go, Richard Madden. Yeah. I could see it.
Yeah.
I still think it might be kind of a boring route to take, but I mean, if
I
they
like
had to,
Richard Madden. He seems like a cool enough guy.
Yeah.
But
is this Kingsman?
We will see.
Yeah,
Taron Egerton. I feel like I don't know if he hits the right notes for me.
Is this a fucking picture of Tom Hardy? Oh my god, they really are saying that.
I told you, man.
That does not. We're gonna nix that. That doesn't. No.
I'm not entirely against it. I would need to see it in practice. But
I don't know. Maybe it's the Venom talking to me. No, not the Eminem song Venom.
He's getting a new one for the new movie.
No, speaking of which, supposedly there's some sort of incorporation of the Little Sims Venom song in this film.
Little Sims is in the movie.
She's in the movie. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw she posted a little scene of her where she's like
so
next
cool.
to Venom.
So cool.
That is really cool.
We love that.
That's
for her.
Like she said, she's on that artist/actor money.
Hey, look, that's the way to go at this point. I mean, look, The Weeknd was in Uncut Gems. Travis Scott's doing his whole A24 thing. That's the way to go. That's where the money's at.
It is. Now, would I have chosen something better for her to be in than Venom?
I mean, probably, but
yes.
Could you pick something that would have netted her more money? Probably not.
Touché.
just I think like at the caliber she's at, I don't think she would find like a fucking. That's
I
fucking
feel like
Sony.
yeah, I feel like it kind of just worked out for her having the song name and then having
Yeah.
that song specifically also pop off on
Exactly.
TikTok. It just kind of all coalesced nicely.
It's also
for her.
stream.
But,
sometimes I might be introvert. Very,
Yes.
very, very good. Stream it. Keep streaming it.
it is very
Play
good.
it while you sleep lightly.
Yeah. But now moving on to something that isn't so good.
Yeah, not
Um,
nearly as funtacular. So
We've got some unfortunate casting here.
yeah, so on Thursday, I want to say there was a Nintendo Direct. We don't talk a lot about video games here, but this does go
We don't.
into movies. Towards the end of the Nintendo Direct, they announced who the voice actors for the upcoming Super Mario Bros. Illumination animated film for the English version, who would be voice acting, and we're just gonna
Got
say
some
it's
interesting choices here.
yeah, okay. I was gonna say it's not good. It's
I won't even go as far as to say it's not good.
I
I
wouldn't
think
either.
there are some select things I'm like, no, specifically with
we'll
the
get to that.
titular character.
Yes,
but-
but there are definitely some what the fuck problems, but then there's
Yeah.
also some okay, what are you doing here? And I'm like slightly intrigued enough,
Yeah.
you know? But let's go ahead and take a look. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen it, but for those of you that haven't, let's take a look at who's voicing these characters. So, obviously, as Noah mentioned, the titular character Mario is being voiced by Chris Pratt. And
That
why?
is a choice.
That is just why. No, just straight up why. This especially when we get into the rest of the casting, this makes no sense.
Also, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like we've got to spread out our big lead voice acting people. Like he was already doing the Lego movie.
Mhm.
Let him have that franchise as the lead character, and then give someone else the Mario franchise.
No,
you know?
because Chris Pratt brings in money, and I've also heard this whole deal about, and there's been a lot of this in the animation community specifically, talking about how big name actors doing voice acting is killing the voice acting industry as a whole and like regular
For
voice
sure.
actors. I think there's definitely some truth to that, although I don't think it's maybe nearly as apocalyptic as a lot of people would like to say that it is. But I definitely do think that we are not getting as many prominent, just straight up voice actors in big name roles, and I think they
Definitely
should.
not.
I think they should
Yeah.
definitely, because they are professionals. But at the end of the day, the studios want to make money, so they cast these big name actors who get people into seats.
Right.
That's how
Which I think is
it
like
is.
not. I mean, not that we never saw that before. Like, years ago. Like, I think there was still that kind of, oh yeah, celebrities do voice certain people, but I think there was also a good mix of like, oh wow, like I don't know who any of these other voice actors are, but they're like
Yeah,
actually good voice actors. Because now sometimes you see movies like where they cast people that are just big names and aren't great voice actors, which is like
yeah.
fine. Like not everyone needs to be a good voice actor.
Because
but it just
voice
means,
acting
like-
and regular acting are completely different.
They
obviously.
are. They are.
They require completely different skill sets.
And you know what? Not everyone can be Stephen Yeun or J.K. Simmons.
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
they
but-
killed that in there. But I
They-
mean, they
they
just
always
need some
kill it.
better animation backing. And I will say, I think,
Oh, I was just talking about in general, like across
yeah.
all of their voice acting stuff. But
yeah, no, of course. But I just think the biggest thing is that a lot of quote unquote professional voice actors, a lot of their work has been mostly relegated to shows, mostly.
Mhm.
Obviously, you think about a lot
Yeah.
of the people who are floating around doing a lot of stuff. Like I forgot who the showrunner for Rick and Morty is, but he is in a lot of stuff.
Dan Harmon.
Yeah, and then like obviously a lot of the people who are in like Bob's Burgers are professional voice actors, and they
Right.
do a lot of other crossover stuff. Like H. John Benjamin does Archer and shit like that.
Mhm.
Like
And
those
he's
people.
he also does like non-voice acting stuff too. So
Yeah, no.
good for
But
him.
like I feel like he's most well known.
He is
for
most
his
well
voice
known for his
acting
voice
roles,
acting
obviously.
for sure. And it's always weird when I see him in something that's like it's actually him in the flesh.
Yeah, and it's like,
just like,
no,
"Jeez."
you are a disembodied voice. Stop. Don't exist.
It is a little weird. But yeah, you've got
But-
those people like him and Tara Strong. And
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I'm not against it because sometimes there are like I'm not completely against famous people doing it because sometimes you do find certain actors that are just like, wow, they're actually really great voice actors.
And then you
But-
get
But I
others.
will say Chris Pratt, as much as I do not like Chris Pratt, he is a decent voice actor.
He's
like-
all right.
After the Lego movie he did a great job with those. I cannot even and I'm not one to try and go out and praise Chris Pratt because I would not have chosen him for this role.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Who would you have picked in here?
See, the thing is, here's the thing.
Italians only.
Based on the
Joe
would've
Gatto from
chosen-
Impractical Jokers.
I would have chosen Jabuki. And I'm joking, but like it doesn't seem like they're trying to make Mario like have the voice that we know him to have.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
no,
seems like
obviously.
he's just gonna be a regular guy. So I don't know. I really have no frame of reference for who I would have wanted to hear this voice as because it literally could have been anybody
Yeah.
with the type of casting that they're going for. But now I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna be like, oh, that's sounds like Lego Movie guy
Yeah.
because it's just gonna, But
Yeah. This is
It's Chris
definitely the
Pratt.
most controversial one of the bunch.
right.
I did have a point that I was gonna make and I completely forgot. But I just I don't know. I think and obviously as we'll see more with the rest of the cast, they're obviously gonna go like meta commentary route where it's gonna try to be very
Mm.
self-aware and shit
Yeah.
like that. So we're gonna truck along
Yeah.
here.
starting off not too great.
Not too strong. Number
Um,
2 though, Charlie Day's Luigi. I'm not mad about. I
not at
love
all.
me some Charlie Day. Funny as fuck guy. Makes no sense with the character, but I can't wait to see what he'll do in this
You
role.
know what? I think I feel like I can kind of see it. If I
you
really
can see
think
it?
about it.
No,
If I
no.
really think about it.
This man's never played a Mario game. No.
I have played a Mario game. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I could see this something working here.
I guess so. Just to
I
me,
could
Charlie
honestly
Day's
see
too
something working
erratic.
here.
That's the only thing. Have
He
you seen?
is very
there's this-
erratic.
There's this one clip floating around, and it's the Pepe Silvia scene, and he's
Oh my
wearing
God.
a Luigi hat, and it says when Luigi takes the
Yeah.
wrong mushrooms. Can't talk about the mail. I'd love to talk about the mail with you.
Uh,
So funny. Love Charlie Day. Though.
we love
So
Charlie Day over here.
I'm game
I'm
for
excited.
it.
I think this is going to turn out well. I think him and someone else that we're going to get to will probably
Yes.
be the scene stealers
Oh yeah,
in
no,
this movie.
absolutely. Going back to one that I'm kind of a little bit weird about, Anya Taylor-Joy's Princess Peach.
I don't know why I didn't expect it. I should have expected you to come with some Anya shade. I
No.
shouldn't have
I'm not
suspected you.
shading her. It just, I don't know.
What?
I don't know
you
what. Like, what is?
What don't you know?
I don't know.
What other
I've
white
never seen
woman
the-
would you have cast in this role?
Kristen Shaw.
For what reason would she have done a better job than
It's
Anya?
funny.
Why does Peach need to be funny? Peach is
I don't
not
know.
funny. She's not
That's
a funny
that's what they're
character.
going for. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know.
I think you're just hating.
I've also never seen The Queen's Gambit, so I have no frame of reference.
You don't even know that she's a phenomenal actor.
I mean, yeah, that's entirely
Have you
true.
seen seen her in anything ever?
What else has she been in?
The
I'm really
Witch.
bad with like.
She's been in this other indie movie, Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, no, I've
she was
never
in
seen her in
Emma.
anything. I'm gonna go see her in Last Night in Soho. I'm excited enough for that. But I just don't know how this is gonna work. But
it's gonna work beautifully. I'm not
All
mad
right.
at this casting.
all right, I'm not mad at it. It's just it's an eyebrow raiser. I'm not I think the only one I'm genuinely mad about is the Chris Pratt one, but we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't remember the rest of them. I've kind of suppressed this until
I know one of them off the top of my head.
Jack Black as Bowser.
Oh yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. I like
I'm
me some Jack
definitely
Black.
down.
Love me some Jack Black, and I think he's gonna bring a lot of fun to this character.
He
Again,
is.
trucking along here. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I don't get this one.
I'm not mad at it at all.
I'm not mad at it, but it's also like, what? Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What movie are they making? This is like,
I don't know.
as they kept going, because I watched the presentation. As they kept going, I'm like, what is this movie that they're making? I don't.
That is a good question. I
The
don't
first
know
one
what
that
they're
tripped me
making.
up was Charlie Day, but I was like fine with it. I'm like, this is cool. I like this. But I'm
Yeah.
like, what movie is this gonna be? And look, get Donkey Kong smoking a J. That
would be pretty cool.
I mean, it's a kid's movie, so we're not getting that.
It's definitely not gonna happen.
But I mean, hey,
Deleted scenes.
I like some Seth Rogen. You know,
I love some Seth Rogen.
well, I don't know what this movie is supposed to be.
I don't know what's
I
gonna
don't
be either, but it's
understand.
gonna be fun. It seems like it'll at least be
I think
fun.
it'll at least be fun, but this cast is just fucking bonkers. This one right here,
Yeah.
Keegan Michael Key as Toad. Again, what is this
And you know,
casting?
it's interesting because weren't Key and Seth were Timon and Pumbaa, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure. I genuinely actually never ended up watching the Lion King live action, but I'm pretty sure Key and Seth were Timon and Pumbaa. So, and I heard that they were the standouts from that movie. So
I guess so. Maybe they got some good chops there, but I think if you were gonna,
this is a weird casting.
yeah,
This
if
is
you
a
were
weird
gonna
casting.
go down that route, you would want to cast him in something more closely linked to Donkey Kong. But I
Right.
mean, obviously they don't want to copy that. And also,
Yeah.
personally would not feel very comfortable casting him as Diddy Kong for some pretty obvious
A
reasons.
number of reasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, we're gonna just be like,
This one
fine,
is-
Toad, cool.
This one is weird. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but
yeah.
that's the one that like gives me a little eyebrow raise. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm not mad at it. I'm just interested to see how
yeah, I don't
that'll go.
know. Should have got Doja Cat, but whatever.
Would have been live.
No. God no. Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. I
think
keep forgetting about this one, but I actually do love this
I think
one.
I saw this at one point, but I completely forgot about it until now. This is so good. This movie
is
is
a
gonna be
great one.
so good.
This is gonna be. Look, this movie is gonna be so terrible. But this movie is
gonna
gonna
be
be so
so much
lit,
fun.
dude.
There's no reason for anyone to go watch this movie sober. There's no reason.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say this is an under the influence film. All right,
It's gonna be
Jeremy
so fun.
John's better time if you're drunk. I can
I
guarantee it right now.
oh yeah.
That's
Like it's
that's so. Oh my god, I actually
Amazing.
do love this casting though. This
that's
this
amazing.
one-
Honestly, Fred Armisen is anything, and I can't say that I've heard Fred Armisen in a voice
I don't think so.
like do
I
any
think he's
voice acting.
I think he's been in a couple of things. I'm pretty sure he did something in Big Mouth.
Oh, he
wanna
does. He does
say-
the dad in Big Mouth. That's right.
Yeah, the sussy.
The
dad.
one that like and he's always like got a problem with like is it oysters or some scallops?
Oh
Scallops.
no! Oh, is that him? Never mind. I thought it was. I thought he played Nick Kroll's.
Is that
dad.
not?
No, he plays Nick Kroll's dad.
That's the one that has a thing with the scallops, right?
No. He's the one who's like a little bit fruity and is very sex positive with his wife.
I haven't seen Big Mouth in quite some time. I only saw the first 2 seasons, so I don't remember.
Oh, you didn't see
that
season
often.
3? Season 3 is kind of a banger. Not even gonna lie.
I never. Yeah, I just kind of.
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do for season 4 though, with obvious updates and shit
Wait,
regarding
what?
John
What
Mulaney.
Oh, I mean, he's still kicking it.
I mean, yeah,
He's doing fine. He seems like he's in a better place. He got a baby on the way, so
yeah.
good for you.
I guess.
But yeah, Fred Armisen, killing it.
Killing
Amazing.
it. Killing the game. Kevin Michael Richardson is comic. All right.
I have no.
All right. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
That's
Like what?
That's where you draw the line, huh?
No, that's not where I draw the line. I'm just like, what? Okay. Why? What? I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope you just or that's a terrible comic impression. What?
No.
I gotta play some Mario Party, but
that was bad.
I don't know. I can't do it. I wasn't prepared for that, but cool.
I mean, yeah, it'll be interesting to hear how that sounds. I don't know. That's one I can't wrap my head around yet.
Yeah, no. And then Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike. That's the last one we got from that announcement. And then obviously, like, I'm assuming they have more that they just have yet to announce, like other characters and shit like that.
Yeah.
But this will be a movie.
I don't have, once again, I mean, did I play Mario games growing up? Yes, but I'm not some like diehard.
He's not a gamer.
Mario guy. Yeah, no. So I don't really have any care. I'm sure there are people that like have Mario tatted on them that have very strong feelings about this casting. But I am just like, cool. This seems fun. This seems like a fun time. Obviously, we have to have Chris Pratt in the lead role.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm the most upset about.
Yeah.
But aside from that, some what the fuck ones, but I mean, aside from that, it's like, this is...
Yeah, Kevin just wants to hate on Anya Taylor-Joy.
No, I don't hate on Anya Taylor-Joy. I just don't understand it.
That's because he hasn't seen her in anything.
I haven't. And I mean, I think
he's
it's
hating
just because
and he has no point of reference. He has no point of reference.
Well, I think because my point of reference is from the outside looking in, she just does dramas from what I've seen. Dramas and like thrillers. So I'm like,
yeah, you haven't seen
in a children's animation.
You just haven't seen enough.
What?
You haven't seen Emma. You haven't seen Thoroughbreds. Come on.
Show me Emma and Thoroughbreds then. Show me those movies.
I don't know if they're actually streaming on anything right now, but they're great movies. Emma was actually the last movie I saw before COVID hit.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it, A24?
No, it's not A24. I don't know who it is.
Is it this one that I'm sharing on screen? Yeah, I'm guessing because it looks like Anya.
It is that.
Hulu with premium subscription, so I'm guessing it's like
probably on like
Showtime. Yeah, something like that. All right, I don't know.
Thoroughbreds. You'd probably really enjoy Thoroughbreds, which is kind of dramatic, but it's kind of like a dark comedy. 2017
film Thoroughbreds. Apple TV for $4. That's not bad. I could pay $4.
That one's pretty good.
Assassination Ace. People also search for Happy Death Day to You. What? I didn't watch Happy Death Day to You.
I never saw any of the Happy Death Days.
I saw the first one for free, and it is terrible.
Jeez.
I mean, it's stupid. I won't say it's terrible. It's stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
But
those are our thoughts on the Mario casting.
Yes.
We'll see when this movie comes out next year.
Yeah, we will.
How we're feeling.
Hopefully. I mean, maybe we'll have some thoughts on it when we see it.
Oh, we'll definitely have thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going sober. That is for goddamn sure.
No, definitely
There's no way I'm getting through that movie with nothing in me. Y'all can clip that. I don't fucking care.
All
Trucking right along here. Let's go ahead and talk about Marvel. Some Marvel news happened that apparently they're suing to keep the rights of Avengers characters from copyright termination. I really only saw headlines about this, so we shall see. I haven't gone super deep into this, but let's go and read this Hollywood Reporter article. Blockbuster lawsuits filed today will decide the future ownership of characters including Iron Man and Spider-Man. Disney's Marvel unit is suing to hold on to full control of Avengers characters like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Falcon, Thor, and others. The complaints, which Hollywood Reporter has obtained, come against the heirs of some late comic book geniuses, including Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and Gene Colan. The suits seek declaratory relief that these blockbuster characters are ineligible for copyright termination as works made for hire. If Marvel loses, Disney would have to share ownership of characters worth billions. In August, the administrator of Ditko's estate filed a notice of termination on Spider-Man, which first appeared in comic book form in 1962. Under the termination provisions of copyright law, authors or their heirs can reclaim rights once granted to publishers after waiting a statutory set period of time. According to the termination notice, Marvel would have to give up Ditko's rights to its iconic character in June 2023. Marvel is facing other termination notices. For example, Larry Lieber, who worked at Marvel as a writer too, filed termination notices over creations in May. Their heirs of the comic book creators are being represented by Mark Toberoff, who once famously represented Superman creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster in an unsuccessful termination attempt against DC Comics. DC shaved off, so we're getting into some DC news. The litigation figures to focus on the Marvel method, a loose collaborative working atmosphere where initial ideas were briefly discussed with artists responsible for taking care of the details. The Marvel method has been subject to prior litigation, such as a dispute decade back over Ghostwriter. And well, again, almost a decade ago, more and more stuff. Now comes new litigation, which figures, I'm going to just read these last couple articles, which figures to pick up where earlier ones left off. Marvel's suit calls for the latest controversy. Virtually identical circumstances to Kirby's. If the plaintiffs win, Disney expects to hold on to at least a share of character rights as co-owners. The studio would have to share profits with others. Additionally, the termination provisions of copyright law only apply in the United States, allowing Disney to continue control and profit from foreign exploitation. That is it. And I would like to sincerely pat myself on the back for getting through that with minimal slip-ups.
Nice.
I know. I've been getting better at reading, all right?
Yeah.
I took my reading times.
Okay. That's cute.
Exactly. Fuck you. So rude this one. But
yeah,
it's
so
copyright
essentially yeah, but it is also at the bottom here. It does say that they're clarifying Disney is only facing the loss of full ownership of the characters.
Yes.
So they would still be able to have rights to some of these characters, but just not full ownership. So they would be forced to essentially share
revenue
ownership with people. Yeah, although it does say, I don't know if that also applies to Spider-Man, because the Spider-Man thing seemed a little different, because that would be
that looked really that looked super iffy.
Yeah, Tom Holland's just kind of he's really just being thrown around here.
Yeah, I know. He's just getting slapped around like a volleyball, because it says Marvel would have to give up Ditko's rights to its iconic character in June 20. Oh, no. It's the same thing. They're just giving his rights to the character.
Got you.
Because he already filed, his estate already filed notice of termination.
Okay.
So, and look, at the end of the day, we're always going to say it. Disney doesn't need more money. Give these people their money. You know, like, it's not that hard. And the fact that they're fighting this, it's it's pretty scummy, obviously. And the headline doesn't help either, that they're suing to keep the rights of Avengers characters from copyright termination. And people are like, oh no, we're not going to get any more Marvel movies if they don't get to keep the rights. Oh no, we're fighting for Disney. We're
Don't
fighting
fight
for Disney. How you
They don't
making
need-
excuses for billionaires you broke on the bus? That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, just it's copyright law. It's
It's-
obviously very confusing. There's whole
Right.
issues with public domain at some point, and
Yeah.
obviously,
I'm not gonna act like I understand it all.
I feel like I've got a fairly decent understanding just based on some of the classes that I've taken, and also I like.
Oh
doors.
yeah, I kind of didn't retain.
Oh no,
that.
they made me work in that class, so I had to retain. But I also do enjoy just watching like Legal Eagle videos in my free time. Shout out Legal Eagle, great content creator on YouTube. But yeah, there's a lot of very confusing things. Copyright law is by far one of the most confusing legal aspects in the legal system. And obviously
God, no.
Disney has fought a ton to prevent its IP from entering the public domain. Like I'm pretty sure Mickey Mouse by now is supposed to be public domain, but they're like, fuck you, we're extending our copyright. So no one can use Mickey. We own the mouse. All right. So obviously Disney's been super scummy in the past. And they're being a little bit scummy right now too.
I mean, it's Disney. That's only to be expected. So
yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
it's,
Walt's Frozen Head is doing a shit ton of work right now.
yeah. And you know, when I see these things, like I genuinely don't ever, at least now, I'm just like, all right. I feel like I don't have anything to worry about in terms of like, am I still gonna get to see these characters on the screen? Like I feel like usually this kind of stuff happens, and somehow, some way, it all gets worked out. There's
Yeah.
always a big hoopla. Like
Oh
there
yeah,
was
like the
with,
Sony one,
with
that
the
was a
Sony
huge
thing.
hoopla.
That was a big deal, and then obviously that got worked out.
Yeah, they figured that out.
So it's just like no matter what happens, Disney is too powerful. They're never going to like they're always going to find a way to keep pumping out Marvel movies. Doesn't matter how they have to do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep it going. So
Yeah, I think your connection to the Sony thing is probably the most interesting because it is starting to seem a little bit more like Disney just likes to create some sense of public drama as a sort of victim complex to make the public perception of them be a lot more positive. Like they're the victims, they're losing out. Cause like with the Sony thing,
right.
obviously, like, yeah, there was some dumb shit on Sony's part with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, oh, poor Disney. Oh, they don't get to use Tom Holland anymore. But it's like, and the public was like, yeah, and the public was just like, oh shit, Disney, we love Marvel, we love the MCU. Fuck you, Sony. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know?
Yeah.
So I think Disney does a lot to not necessarily fabricate because these are obviously real issues that are going on, but play up the dramatic elements of it in order to gain a little more public sympathy. It is really starting to seem a lot more, I mean, just based off of these two things that they're doing that.
Right. And you know what? They're probably going to continue to do that.
I mean, yeah, obviously. Like, I think definitely this comes kind of sus after the Scarlett Johansson thing too, you know? So it's obviously like, I mean, that's as unfortunate as it is to say, that's well and gone now.
Yeah.
No one's talking about that anymore. But to kind of shift the narrative a little bit more in favor of Marvel Studios and Disney, they're like, oh, look at us. We're going to lose our money. And I think anyone that reads into this any slightly more than the headline, they're going to be like, so?
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares?
Once you like, because the headline's very like, oh my God, they're going to lose
doomsday.
the character. And it's like, oh, wait.
They just need to pay like $20 to Joe Schmo, whose dad is dead and made the character, and like totally should have been getting compensated to begin with.
It's like, all right, well, do it.
Yeah.
Like, what's the issue here?
It's like, okay, wow. Instead of $6 billion, you're gonna make 5.5. Like what? Who's hurting? Who's hurt? Whose pockets are hurting from this? No one's.
Whenever I get somebody get Bob Iger on the phone. Actually, is Bob Iger's not president of Disney anymore, is he?
I don't think so.
Did he step down? He might have stepped down. Anyway,
Oh,
get somebody.
yeah, no. I think he is just the chairman. Yeah, I think he's no longer. Who is the guy who is though? This bald fuck.
I feel like when you say the name, I'll be like, oh,
Bob Chapek.
Bob Chapek.
I was gonna say, yeah. I use
God.
They just keep picking Bobs, I guess.
They just
No, I was gonna say I used him in a
thumbnail
thumbnail because he was the one who made the comments about Shang-Chi being an
Shang-Chi.
interesting experiment. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for you, Disney. I don't feel bad for you, Marvel. I just need y'all to be done with. I need Disney to get taken down, honestly. That's at the end of the day.
It's so hard though, because obviously, like, yeah, fuck Disney, but at the same time, I like Marvel. I like Star Wars. Shit, I like ESPN.
I have no interest in ESPN, but
no, ESPN plays the NBA. I like the NBA. That's like the only sport that I'm like relatively invested in. I never got huge into football, but I mean they do that on there too, and they're doing esports now too, which is cool.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so. I think ESPN has like some sort of esports division. I don't know. That's
wild
discourse for years, but yeah, and other shit they own. They own Discovery, don't they? Right? They own the Discovery Channel.
I don't know if they do,
or one of those like science-y type channels.
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I honestly I couldn't know how many tentacles Disney has going out there.
Oh yeah. What's the yellow box? What's that one?
The yellow box?
Is that Nat Geo?
They do own Nat Geo.
They own Nat Geo. Okay, hold on. Well, now
that's
you've
a part
got me
of Disney
thinking.
Plus.
Everything Disney owns, 2021.
It's too much.
Let's take a look.
They own all the Fox stuff, so they own FX. They own Hulu.
Wow, this is a big map. Hold on, let me try to open this picture, and it's going to be really low res because I'm trying to zoom in, but that's fine. Let's take a look here.
I've seen this in little infographic before.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
You've got Marvel Studios and Marvel Entertainment, which is seemingly separate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole thing. Obviously. And then you have the Fox Entertainment Group. And then, like, this isn't even talking about, like, their overseas stuff, too. And then here's, like, regular Disney, Walt Disney Studio, Disney Music Group, Disney Theatrical Group, Disney Parks and Entertainment, ESPN, Steamboat Ventures. Wait, they own fucking GoPro?
Oh, wow, that's wild. I didn't know that.
I was today years old. Buena Vista Construction Company, I guess, because, yeah, why not own a construction company? Oh, yeah, they own ABC, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is just, it's so insane. Which also,
terrifying.
Since they own Marvel Entertainment, what is that? Because obviously now getting into like theme park debates, because obviously a lot of the Universal stuff has Marvel baked in. I'm assuming there was an issue with that regarding, like, obviously with the Avengers campus type stuff that they're bringing up.
Well,
and then they're obviously going to try to fight for those rights too, to just
what else does Universal has?
Well, they have several things that Disney now owns. They have Simpsons stuff there, but I think their contract is specifically in regards to theme park and attraction type stuff.
Gotcha.
So I think they're still good, and I think Universal, their deal is with Marvel Comics specifically. So that's why it's not like the movies. Technically, they're the comic book characters, but I don't know.
Although Universal does still have partial Hulk rights, which is why we still have never been able to get a Hulk movie.
Oh yeah. but Hulk gets to be in the MCU. And yeah, they own Hulu, obviously, which is just crazy to me because like I really thought they were just gonna absorb Hulu into Disney Plus. I'm glad they didn't.
No, that would have been absolutely horrible. That would have been horrible.
Yeah, no, that would have been terrible. But I mean, hey, they own Vice too. All right, I need to stop. This infographic stressing me out.
They got it all.
This is really stressing me out.
Now, we have more Marvel news to talk about.
Yes, the last bit of Marvel news. Spoilers ahead.
New episode of
What If? Yes, the penultimate episode. By the way, found out there's only one more episode. I thought there was more. Not gonna lie, but
no, I think I knew there were 9.
I knew there was, but I don't know. I think somewhere I heard it was 12, and I was like, "What? That's crazy." But yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah,
was the second to last episode. So how were you feeling on it? Noah, you told me you just caught it a couple hours ago.
I almost forgot to watch it because I remember it earlier in the day, and then I forgot about it. I was like, "Oh man, I gotta watch it before we do the podcast." But I saw it, loved it.
So good, so good.
And I think like a lot of people, I don't know what people are saying about this episode, but I feel like there are probably a lot of people that are like, "Why isn't this the Ultron that we got in the live action? Like, why did the live action Ultron we got have to be so not good?" Because this Ultron was amazing. It's really unfortunate they couldn't get James Spader back.
Yeah, I know.
That would have just that would have been
icing on the cake.
So good. Because now it's one of those things where it's like, even though that iteration of Ultron wasn't well received.
Yeah.
Like his voice for that character was
just made
perfect.
He made
perfect. And like obviously they tried to find someone that was like kind of close.
Yeah, it was close. Not quite there, but
it wasn't there, yeah. But
yeah.
This was still
they tried,
really,
which was nice at least.
Yeah. It was a really great episode. I will say it was very funny that they were like, when they were like in there, we still have hope, there's still 2 people. I was like, these are the 2 people?
Yeah, these are the 2
of all of the Avengers that could possibly save the universe.
The 2 least superhuman ones.
Yeah. Like
it's Nat and Clint.
And Hawkeye being one of them.
Yeah.
I will say, this is the coolest Hawkeye's ever been.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah,
like,
this
literally,
is like
I wasn't even that deep into the episode. I was like, oh, that's so dope. Like, okay.
Exactly.
He had like that cloak that was like invisibility, whatever. He had like he was shooting off arrows, crazy.
Yeah, his different arrows and shit. Was it shit, I can't even remember. It was Jeremy Renner in this episode, right? Of course it was.
That was definitely Jeremy.
Yeah, they got him for the other ones, but
yeah.
Yeah, no, he was so cool. And shit, I hope we get that in Hawkeye. Like, I hope we get cool shit like that in Hawkeye. Man. Cause not gonna lie, they really did my man dirty in the MCU. He's like, I mean, he was cool in Endgame as Ronin. That was cool. But then like for the 5 seconds he was Ronin that we got to see, and then after that it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I was really just talking to my friend about that because I was just like, I don't know, man. Like, people don't care. Like, honestly, like, I can't blame anyone for not liking Hawkeye. I am one of those people, like, I don't like Hawkeye. Yeah. And I just don't think, I think it's mainly because his character hasn't gotten to do anything interesting or
didn't get to evolve. Yeah, there's no character arc there. It felt like the most unnecessary character. And look, at the end of the day, we got what should have happened in Endgame.
Yeah, we did. And you know what? It was super cool when it happened. It was
like that shot. It's not even a shot, but that shot, bro.
Epic.
So epic. Like, oh my God, if they could have replicated that in live action, I would have been geeking.
Yeah. Like, if that had happened, I would have been like, that's fine. And honestly, it would have made me probably love Hawkeye more. Obviously, there's like it wouldn't have happened in Endgame because there's like, you know, context of this what if episode.
Yeah.
But like,
But
I don't know. If we could have seen some cool shot of Hawkeye similar to this at any point, I would have been like, oh, that's
if he would have gone out like that in Age of Ultron though, literally perfect ending for the character.
It would have been. And you know,
actually,
like,
yeah, now that I think about it, perfect ending for the character.
It would have been. And it's just like when you really like go through all of Hawkeye's appearances, like what you've got first one in Thor, he didn't really do anything, whatever. You've got
I
Avengers.
know he was taken over by Loki. That's something.
No, not in Thor.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't until
No?
Avengers.
Oh shit. Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm wrong. Wow, my timeline's all fucked up.
No, yeah. In Avengers, obviously he's taken over by Loki. Doesn't really have a whole lot to offer there.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, they kind of, decided to try and give him a little story with his family.
He's like,
or whatever.
oh, he's
But
got
then
his
what
family.
happened? Quicksilver has to die to save this man.
Yeah.
So we lose Quicksilver. One movie in.
That's so. I mean, like, to be fair though, I think they did that probably just because it's a rights issue.
Here's the thing. I'm mad about it.
I mean, I'm
so
mad about it too, but like, I feel like if the
like,
Fox deal would have gone through a ton earlier, I think Endgame would have been completely different, obviously. But
I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would have been. I feel like they might have still tried to stick to this story.
If by Age of Ultron we would have gotten the Fox deal.
If by Age of Ultron, okay, that's
what
pretty
I'm
early
saying.
on. You
That's
said
what I'm
before
saying.
Endgame.
No, because I'm saying at that point, because that's
At
why
that
they
point,
couldn't keep
it would have
Quicksilver
been-
in.
At that point, it would have been very.
We wouldn't have
different.
had to deal with Dark Phoenix.
But yeah, I never watched Dark Phoenix actually.
Oh, exactly. No one
But
did.
even still, Quicksilver, I had to save this man. He died,
Yeah.
right?
And it's
Then
like,
we
okay,
have-
are you gonna redeem this? Like, are you
No.
gonna come through with something? No, he doesn't.
What Civil War? He was there.
Babysitter.
He was there.
Oh wait, no, he wasn't baby. I'm fucking dumb. Never mind. He breaks Wanda out. That's right.
He breaks.
My fucking timeline's all fucked up. I'm too much in the what if averse.
Yeah, he broke Wanda out. But let's be honest, Wanda could have done that herself.
I mean, yeah. She didn't know she could, but
She didn't know she
could've.
could, but she could have.
Exactly.
And then you've got Endgame, which then he had some cool stuff there. But then Nat had to die in place of him.
And then he was just emo. I will say though, I think as much as like that's what should have happened, he should have died in Endgame. It would have been insanely unfulfilling based on the character arc because he has not had any character arc, and it would be like, okay, he died. Cool.
But I feel like it was also super unfulfilling for Nat to die.
No. It makes perfect sense.
It didn't. I didn't feel satisfied. It didn't feel like it was a fulfilling arc for her. It felt like, why are you dying right now?
When you
why are you
throw
dying
in the
right now?
context that Black Widow brings in, kinda.
No,
I think it does.
I'm
think
not. Nope, I'm not with it.
from the start to the end, I think she has.
Nope.
No. I think so.
I think that death is not. It's completely unwarranted. It doesn't like. I don't think it was needed. I don't think it was needed at all. And it doesn't feel. It's not a good way for her story to end. I've felt that since I watched it, and I feel that way now. I don't think it made sense. Should have been Clint.
I think Clint makes less sense arc wise.
I
But to
think
each their own.
Clint. The thing is, I don't think either of them necessarily made sense. Like I can't say that Nat makes sense.
I guess, but
because it's one of those things where like when you went into Endgame, which obviously now we're talking about Endgame, not what if at all.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll circle back.
Going into Endgame, when you see like we were like whose arcs are going to end here, like and feels fitting and fulfilling and satisfying. We were like Tony might lose Tony.
Cap.
Probably gonna lose Cap too. But those feel like okay. These feel like where their story needs to go. It's time for them to end. It's done. Black Widow, there is so much more that they could have kept her in to do. Like, I feel
There
like she could have done
is.
a lot more. We didn't even get to see, like, she was over there. She was trying to run things on her own for a whole, however long we didn't see. Between the snap and whatnot, like she was trying to hold it down. And I feel like she was really there was so much more from her that we could have gotten. I don't think she needed to die. I didn't expect her to die going into it.
And I think that's why. I think obviously they wanted some sort of shock factor, which I mean they got at the end of the day.
They got it, but we already had that with Gamora.
But I think the biggest thing is that with her character, she's always been more of a side character, and her arc has been more to the side. And it's been happening in the background.
But she's always worked well. Like, it's never been to where like Hawkeye is also a side character, but I don't think he necessarily adds anything. But I feel like Natasha adds something to the team.
Well, that's the thing. I think we got an arc throughout her
but
time.
We didn't
in the
even
films.
get her solo movie before that. She didn't even have her own solo movie before she died.
That was dumb. We definitely should have gotten Black Widow before Endgame.
Specifically already makes it feel super unfair.
But that's why I'm saying, with the context that Black Widow adds, her death in Endgame makes more sense.
I don't think it does because it came afterwards. And it's hard for me to
place it in timeline order, not in release order.
No.
Think about it in timeline order, not release order.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Maybe if I get to go through, like, if my kid, however many years from now, is like, we're watching movies and I decide to throw Black Widow in chronologically, that probably gives her. Well, actually, no, because then she's gonna die at some point.
No, you got to watch the supercut that puts even the post-credit scenes in the correct order.
See, that's a lot.
Hey, they're working on it, bro. The TikTok video editors are going hard.
That's my thing. It's just you try to fix things after the fact, and it's too little, too late. Not to mention Black Widow wasn't even a good movie.
I agree. I mean, yeah, but
there's just no. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a big fat no.
I think that at the end of the day, she had her arc, and Hawkeye the series is a chance for Clint Barton to redeem himself, and he's gonna die at the end of it. I mean, I
hope so.
He's gonna have his chance to redeem himself. But back to the episode of What If, by the way, which is what we're talking. This is probably the longest What If segment we've done. These have always been a lot shorter. This is the longest What If segment.
I had to go off about Clint, but anyway, the actual episode itself.
Oh, but Nana's Red Guardian was cool.
That was cool.
I liked that. I'm excited to see more of that in the team up.
Yeah,
which is going to happen in this episode, and also like very, very, very happy we got to see more Uatu as well.
Yeah, that was really cool, and I guess it was kind of always hinting towards him becoming more of a presence at some point. Yeah. And this episode finally kind of delivers on that, and I think it was done in a really, really cool way. Just like, whenever Ultron's like, what's that? Am I hearing something? And like, oh
and
wow.
Then he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Which it's like that realization, and like, I mean, Jeffrey Wright brought it out. Like
he did, and he always does.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was really cool. Ultron, I almost keep wanting to say Vision, but
Ultra Vision.
When Thanos shows up and Ultron just slices him in half.
Yeah, he just says, oh, wow. God.
Why didn't you do that?
We missed out.
Vision, why didn't you do that in Infinity War?
We missed out because he didn't have the Ultron brain.
Come on. No, you could have sliced this man in half.
We missed out so hard. And I think this movie really hits home at how mid Age of Ultron is and how underwhelming it is, because holy shit, Ultron's a great villain.
An amazing
villain. We missed out on that.
Yep. And this is the closest we'll get, because Ultron He's not coming back. He's not coming
Unfortunately, but
back.
would have been nice. I
It
mean,
would have been.
hey, it's the multiverse. Anything can happen. But
Anything can happen, but it does.
but that
feel,
was epic as shit. I did like the records room scene. I thought that was pretty funny as well. Had some good humor there. He's like, it's right there. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Because
it was definitely nice to see more of a like. I feel like Oatu's kind of just been.
He's us, realistically
he's just
speaking.
Omnipresent. Yeah, but in like previous episodes, he was just always very like kind of stoic, somewhat level-headed, like kind of quippy here and there, but not so much to now we're really seeing some of his own personality, and he's like pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, he's a funny guy. I will say there's one thing, this theory kind of been going around about how the episode order got switched around. I think Party Thor was supposed to come a lot earlier. And I think the biggest thing with that is because if you look in each episode, he's getting subsequently closer in frame. But there's a jump in between. Like he's further in the Party Thor episode than he is in some of the ones that came beforehand.
Got you. So, and I was actually one thing I was going to mention is that I think now saying this episode, the placement of the Party Thor episode feels even worse because it's just like we're just really in this serious stuff, and then they're like, "Whoa, Party Thor!" and then we go to like one of the biggest episodes.
I think the biggest thing is they were like, okay, well, the reveal at the end of Party Thor leads straight into this.
Leads into
which,
this.
Yeah, it makes sense. But if you
could have thrown that into the end of any episode.
I guess so.
They literally could have thrown that into the end of any episode. Because like you were saying last week, it feels like it was just thrown in there for us to be like, oh, whoa, what? So they could have done that at the end of the...
I think they'd always planned it. So like, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they always planned it for that episode, right? Yeah. Even if that did come earlier, that cliffhanger would have been insane. And then you have to watch like 2 episodes or 1 episode. I think it was just the only one that was out of order was that and Zombies, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm trying to remember. Now I can't remember.
Well, I don't know if Zombies was out of order. That seemed like it was.
No, because I think it was supposed to be Party Thor and then Zombies happened. Like they put Zombies in place of it. What is the... Now I'm tripping over the episode order. Episode order. Captain Carter. Oh shit! Iron Man and Killmonger was supposed to be number 2, according to this old ass article. Which honestly, like I would have not been mad about. MCU Zombies was supposed to be 3. T'Challa Star-Lord number 4. Oh wait, no, this is Severed Ant-Man head. They're saying that as a separate one, even though that's Zombies. Alternative. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Oh, they fucked up really bad. This one says, I'll go ahead and show it real quick. This one says Clint Barton the Hulk. No, that's just
no.
Y'all fucked up there. I think it's because the purple garb.
Yeah, I can see how they.
Yeah. Oh shit, we were supposed to get Spider-Man as Sorcerer Supreme. Damn. We were supposed to get way more episodes. What? Okay,
what happened?
I don't know.
Dang.
Anyway, you get the gist though. That it was slightly out of order, and I think like even just having 1 or 2 episodes after that, just be like, yo, like that would still sit with people. The Ultra Vision reveal.
Yeah.
So I think it would have still worked even if they put the Party Thor episode in the right place.
For sure.
But yeah. Aside from that, I mean, the finale, definitely really excited for the finale. Now,
I'm excited to see where it goes.
I can't wait for the Hyundai to come in. I hope that was just an ad space. I don't want that in the actual show, please.
Please,
for the love of Christ.
Well, it might be actually.
It might.
But yeah, no, definitely. And we're not at the end yet, but definitely have enjoyed the show so far a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, definitely the first episode. Really rough.
and I was like, but it
Then
picked up pretty quickly.
it picked up pretty hard.
So yeah, this finale could be quite quite good, but it is just unfortunate we're gonna have to wait a while for some new content after that.
Yeah,
Um,
because I mean, well,
we
Hawkeye
don't get
is coming
we
at
don't
the
get
end of next
Eternals.
month, right?
Comes after Eternals, yeah.
Oh, it does.
Or
Oh,
wait,
yeah, it's November, right?
yeah, it comes in November.
Oh shit, yeah. Because didn't when we originally talked about it, I think it was slated to have 12 episodes. Because I think we looked at the weeks and like it was running straight into Hawkeye
Hmm,
or something. There was
maybe,
something with that. I don't remember
but
exactly, but
once this ends, we'll just have Eternals to look forward to next.
yes.
Um,
Very, 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 very excited for that.
yep.
Looks fantastic, obviously. Not to be
And
surprised.
nope,
And
not
I
at all.
mean,
I'm already keeping my eyes peeled out for the advanced screenings.
oh yeah,
I'm already
you gotta
checking
let
it.
me know, man.
I
Where's
know. I'm just checking each
aside
day.
from that and Hawkeye and obviously No Way Home,
Hmm.
we're getting Miss Marvel, right? And that's it?
Yeah, I want to say yes, but also that may have been moved to next year.
I think there's still one more. I don't know. Now I don't know, but
Think,
we'll see. Honestly, Hawkeye, I mean, should run until the end of the year. Because
yeah.
it starts end of November, right?
Okay, Miss Marvel's gonna be 2022.
Okay, so they did
Um,
end up moving that.
yeah, I
But
think Hawkeye goes till like almost Christmas.
yeah, like pretty much to the end of the year. And we're
Yeah,
getting No Way Home around that time. Like that's fine.
we'll be set up well for the fall.
Exactly. So we're in pretty good with that. And we're eating good as Marvel fans this year, obviously.
Yes,
Having
very good.
been
Starved.
for a while, exactly. Also, I'm really dumb. I could have just clicked on the infographic and gotten it blown up instead of zooming in like that. But
Mm.
yeah, that's fine. Live and learn. Let's go ahead and go straight into what we enjoyed this past week. And Noah, I will let you go ahead and kick that off for us.
All right. Well, I will go ahead and kick it off. I'll say I don't have a lot this week
Yeah.
on either because not that I didn't watch a lot this week, but I feel like I didn't watch anything that I just loved. I did
Yeah.
watch the last season of Dear White People, which was not good.
Oh,
Um yeah, it was just not good. It's like one of those like was it was it always like this? Like the last time a season came out was 2 years ago. I was like, was it always like this? Am I just like is it just bad now? Or am I just older and like I don't know, like so better I don't know. It just wasn't good. And they like went a
yeah.
musical route. Not good. But um I did see the season finale of the other two. Chef's
All
Kiss.
right.
Chef's Kiss. An amazing show.
Duly
One of those
noted.
shows
Duly noted.
I cannot recommend enough. It's amazing. Even if you don't go watch it, I don't care. It already got renewed for season 3. So,
Woo
um,
woo.
yeah, amazing show. Best comedy on TV. Still sticking by that. What else did I watch? Yeah, New Ted Lasso. I didn't really like this episode that week as much. Scenes from a Marriage. New episode of that
Oh yeah,
was
that is a show.
yeah, that was pretty good. Then today I started watching, or maybe yesterday, I started watching this new show on FX on Hulu, um, called The Premise, which is a show from BJ Novak, which is like an anthology show, and it has like these wild premises each episode. So like the first episode was called Social Justice Sex Tape, and it has this guy who is played by Ben Platt, who we were actually just talking about, Dear Evan Hansen, before the podcast started.
Oh yeah.
Not that we were saying anything good about it,
Of
but
course. Of course not.
but yeah, basically like that first episode is this guy who filmed a sex tape, and like in the background of his sex tape, you can see like outside of his apartment, he like recorded an incident of like this black guy being arrested by the cops, that like the cops didn't have their body cam on when it happened, but now he had footage via this sex tape that he filmed. And so he's kind of like,
That's a very, very weird ass premise.
yeah, it is. So he's like, I really want to be able to take this to people, but like, I'm also like,
But my
this is
cock,
sex
but my
tape."
cock
Yeah.
and balls.
And also he's just like really, really weird in bed. And it's like, yeah, it was funny. And then the next episode I kind of watched this one out of order because it's anthology and one of them had Lucas Hedges in it. But the one with Lucas Hedges is like, he's a pop star and he goes to his old high school, and he decides like he's going to donate a bunch of money so they can build a new library. And then he also decides that whoever is the valedictorian, they're going to get to win a trip to LA with him and go backstage with him on one of his shows. And he says, he goes in, also, I'll let you fuck me. And everyone's like, yeah. So then there's this whole thing where like all the students are trying to.
Oh, I think I saw a
valedictorian.
preview for that.
Yeah, everybody wants to be valedictorian so that they can have sex with Lucas Hedges. Interesting show, interesting premises.
What is this show again?
It's called The Premise.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. So that's what I watched this week. Nope, didn't watch any movies.
Yeah.
As far as listened to, I don't even know if I listened to any full albums this week. I listened to what was it? Hitler Wears Hermes Side A.
Oh, you listened to Side A finally. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't listened to Side B yet. Only heard Side A, but it was good. It was good.
We're gonna make a West Side Gun fan out of you yet?
Hey. We'll see here. I still need to listen to Side B, which I've heard is better than Side A.
I agree.
So we'll have to get into that. It's just Side B looks so long.
It is. It's an hour long. It's really long. It was one of the last things that I listened to this week. But
yeah, so I'm gonna have to dive
by
into
the way.
that at some point. But I did in fact like Side A. Other stuff I listened to. Any singles? Anything? Oh, new Paris, Texas single.
Oh yeah, Drug. I heard that, right? I think I did.
Fire. Amazing. They need to go ahead and collab with Kenny Mason already. Like I know it's I know it's got to be coming at some point. It's got to be happening. But like, there's like people I need to see, like Paris, Texas with Kenny Mason, Paris, Texas with Gene Dawson. I feel like could be cool. Like Paris, Texas, just with anybody, please.
I mean, yeah, with any and everyone. Let's be real.
With everyone. Also, to bring up Dear Evan Hansen again. Jeez. This track that SZA did, I guess, for the soundtrack. I listened to it because it was SZA. It's honestly good. I don't know what the context is from anything else. I just listened to this track because it was SZA, and I was like, "Hey, SZA did her thing. She did her thing."
I guess.
And also this new single from Tiza Touchdown. I'm just a fan.
Oh yeah, I don't think I heard that one. I like me some Tizo.
Music video is just weird, but I mean that's kind of to be expected.
Of course.
But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I guess I'll start with Watch 2. New season of Bob's Burgers just started. Watched the first episode the other day. Off to a pretty good start, obviously. Always a fan. I started Squid Games this afternoon. Watched the first episode and about half of the second episode. I think it's really good so far. Very enjoyable and very excited to finish it. I don't know if we talked about it earlier, if it's even making the cut for the episode. But I mean, it's quickly becoming one of the most popular shows on Netflix. So definitely something worth getting in on.
I'll have to
I think this one's worth it. I can understand not watching Tiger King, but I think this is definitely worth it, and I think you would be sorely missing out.
And now they're doing a season 2. I feel like we spoke like you willed that into existence on the last episode.
Oh yeah, of Tiger King season 2.
Yeah.
Why? There's not.
I saw it I think I literally saw it get announced the day after the podcast.
That's really funny. It's funny.
Did you see that?
Yeah, no, I saw that flash. Is that lightning? Is it raining?
It is not raining. It was raining earlier today, pretty hard.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
talking about
it's
Tiger
pretty
King
bad weather right now.
The lights just.
Yeah, the wrath of God is very upset that we don't like.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, I know. What? All right, we need to wrap this up.
I know.
All right. That's pretty much it for watched. As far as listened to, I enjoyed this new Giveon single for tonight. Obviously, I'm a big Giveon slut.
Oh wow!
I liked a couple tracks. I liked a couple tracks off this Alessia Cara record too, especially the one with Chica. I thought was pretty nice. Never been too huge on her, but I've always thought, not Chica, by the way, I'm talking about Alessia.
Yeah.
But like, I've always thought she's like been interesting enough.
And she made a cameo in the other 2 season finale, actually.
Oh, would you look at that? Obviously, I love this NBA Youngboy record.
Oh yeah, Youngboy Better
/ L ratio plus Youngboy Better. Obviously / sarcasm. Didn't really like the record that much, but this project from this artist called Payday had a track with Danny Brown called Vampire. I thought was pretty cool. Obviously, I love Danny Brown in anything.
Your new best friend now,
that I got my new best friend of the pod, obviously. But did I tell you? He said we're not getting Quadruple X.
Yeah,
anytime soon.
You told me.
Oh yeah, no. So I met Danny Brown last week, and I
could have told that at the top of the episode.
Yeah, that could have been top of the thing. I met Danny Brown, and he said that I asked him, I was like, hey, you know, like obviously heard that snippet you did with Alk a few months back. You know, we getting Quadruple X anytime soon? And he's like, man, I don't know. Alk got hacked, and I was like, fuck, that's right. That's right. But yeah,
hopefully we can get it. I mean, hey, Alchemist still dropping music. He just announced that the new EP. So.
Oh yeah. It's like the same title, but it's like the second
part
one,
2.
right? Part 2, yeah. Nice.
With Danny on it and Vince.
Let's go. That's what we like. But also just to bring it back to Danny Brown, he also did a track with Dorian Electra. So getting pretty excited for this remix album too. So, you know, that's fun. This Neo album, and then Life Was Beautiful. Pretty nice. I did enjoy it. Not as much as Saturn, I will personally say. I think a lot of the kind of ideas on Saturn and just the atmosphere is a little more fleshed out than on this one, I feel, but still a solid, enjoyable record. Always nice to hear her voice. And Leanne La Havas is on it as well. Oh,
actually, was that song a single?
I think so. I think "Woman" was a single.
I
wanted to just listen to it more as a whole, so I tried to avoid as many singles as I could. And also, speaking of which, he's also on the album, but Lucky Day single wasn't that bad either. I'm kind of warming up to Lucky Day a bit too. I was never huge on him, but warming up to him a decent bit. And obviously, Hitler Wears Her Maze, side B. Like I said, I agree. This side is better, in my opinion, than side A. Nice. Oh, and also RTJ4 Deluxe. A couple tracks off that were pretty cool. That Lil Wayne verse was nice.
I just realized you kept saying stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did hear that. That was good. Oh, I heard that too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And the Lil Wayne verse on the Ooh La La remix was cool. The instrumental change for the Just remix was cool. No Save Point was pretty cool as well. That was in Cyberpunk, obviously. And I mean, like all of the, I only listen to the remixes, obviously, because I don't need to hear that album again. Even though I love it, I listened to it a shit ton last year. Love that album so much. That is pretty much it. Now that I look at it, yep, that is it. Nice. That's all I enjoyed. Not too much. in terms of full-length projects that I necessarily loved, but hey, hoping for some new good stuff this upcoming week. Now that I think about it, I don't know what else I'm looking forward to in this year, because like the Nail one was kind of the last one
we got
in my
James
mind.
Blake
James Blake, that is coming.
We got Don Toliver next week.
I did just hear about that. That's right.
Jid at some point. Yeah, we still got some stuff to look forward to.
We do. So, I think Jid could drop next month.
I think he will drop next month.
I think so too. I think. When's his birthday
next
again?
month being this month, because y'all are
oh yeah, that's right. You guys are seeing this on October 1st, hence the peanut shirt. That's right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
Yeah. We've got a couple more things, but hey, we're getting down to the wire. Not too many other announced projects that are coming up. So hey, it's getting time to the either catching up or just looking back at some of the stuff and prepping for the Needlies Awards. So hey, it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun though. We've got that shit coming up, but that is gonna be it for this fairly short 30th 30th episode. Look at that. But that's gonna be it, folks. As you all know, if you are watching us on YouTube, you're the best. Just kidding. But if you're watching us on YouTube, we do an audio version of this podcast: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. You know the whole deal. If you're listening on those platforms, we do it on YouTube. Look up Neil and Len's podcast on YouTube. You'll find most of our episodes there. I think it's 7 and up, because then we started recording the actual videos.
Yeah.
And then for both those groups, we do go live on Twitch, twitch.tv/FlipTV Live, Wednesday evening, 6:30 Central, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Come chat with us after the fact during the after show and whatnot. That's going to be it, folks. Thank you all for watching. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
Peace.